Welcome to Chicko's Video Dustbin Show. Today's episode is Master's Revenge, written and directed by Brad F. Grinter. This is the third film of Brad Grinter's we have reviewed, and boy, this one is a real stinker.
Did you say Brad Grinter? Oh no, I'm out of here. Deuces!
I guess I'll be reviewing this movie by myself since a little rat bastard Crimson ran off. The movie begins with Kathy, a young blonde girl who's looking for kicks, watches her karate boyfriend play with his buddies at his dojo. She complains to her boyfriend Jim about not having any fun. He tells her to stay away from those loser pothead friends of hers, so in a huff, she leaves. Kathy wanders around for a while, attends a weenie roast, and finds Doug Yule's Velvet Underground jamming at the local park. Kathy wanders around some more to pad out the film's running time, making sure it's 70 minutes long. While relaxing on a beach bench, a one-eyed dude who looks like a sleazy Snake Plissken approaches her. Dude's name is Champ and asks her if she's looking for fun and wants to ride, and she says, sure, why not? The audience is treated to a very long motorcycle traveling scene, was sure to pad this movie out to make sure it's up to 70 minutes. Gotta make it that feature length. We get a look at the biker's camp, and there's dissension amongst the dudes there. One of them wants to fight Champ for the leadership role, which he doesn't like. Champ and his right-hand man easily dispatch the two interlopers in a very, very boring fight. Champ is about to kill the fallen biker, but his old lady saves him. Hours later, after playing with the boys, James calls around looking for Kathy. But Kathy's at the biker camp dropping acid with Champ. Kathy's upper-class family is shocked and appalled by Kathy's decision to run around with a pack of bikers and begin to look for her everywhere. Good old chain-smoking Brad Grinter makes his guest appearance as Kathy's father. Smoke him if you got him! We get a peek at the bikers loafing around and using a woman to gamble with in a high-stakes card game. Kathy's dad hires a sleazy private eye to find her daughter and bring her home safely. We're treated to another scene of James playing with his buddies at his dojo. The PI swings by the dojo and chats with James about Kathy and her disappearance. With the PI gone, James goes back to relax and spends more time with his boys. Back at the biker camp, trouble arrives on a chopper, a biker mama who just got out of the pen and wants her man back. She calls out her challenger, who gets everyone in the camp all worked up for a pure six brawl between the ladies. What we are treated to is the world's most boringest catfight as these two ladies duke it out. I see better fights than apartment wrestling. The PI goes out to the sleazy part of town to look for Kathy's sister, Penny. He finds Penny in a dive bar and strikes up a conversation with her, and later on she takes him home. Penny drinks up as the PI offers her $100 to tell him her life story. On her 18th birthday, Penny decided to run around with a motorcycle club led by a trust fund baby. The leader of the gang knocks her out and has his way with her while his gang listens. After he's finished, he decides to make her an official motorcycle mama, and his gang howls in delight. James calls the PI for any news, and he tells him that he's found their camp and he's going to go there in disguise. The PI rolls into the biker's camp riding a police bike and is immediately made out as an undercover. While this is going on, James continues to hang out with his boys. Champ has his buddies tie up the PI and decide to use him as a jousting dummy. Kathy finally realizes that these motorcycle riders are a bunch of psychopaths and tries to stop them, but to no avail. After spending over an hour of the movie's running time in the dojo, James finally comes to save the day. He rescues the PI and runs off to find Kathy. Along the way, he confronts a couple of bikers who try to stop him. Meanwhile, the rest of the gang figures out who will have the honor to make Kathy a motorcycle mama. The PI tries to rescue Kathy with a coral snake, but Champ just bites its head off. James calls out Champ and challenges him to a match between karate and boxing. The two have a very lame fight, which makes the Star Trek brawls look like they were directed by Ching Siu-chung. James wins, but is shanked for his troubles by Champ's right-hand man. As James lays dying from getting poked with a pig sticker, Champ and company ride off into the sunset. The end. Oh, boy. This movie blows dead bear, chunks, or whatever metaphor you can think of, because this sucks that bad. Folks at home, you should be happy. This will be the last Brad Grinter film we will ever review because he never made any more after this. He only made 3. I should get a medal for reviewing all 3 of his crappy films. Well, my name is Chicko, and I hope you enjoyed this another edition of my video Dustbin show. I'll see you soon at the video store.